Good morning, all of you. Today we will start with a yes. Good morning. Today we will start with a new chapter in English literature.
Good
The
morning, ma'am.
yes. Good morning. The Midnight Visitor. Okay. The Midnight Visitor. It is on page number 115. Page number 115. Open your books to page 115. The Midnight Visitor. Okay. So, uh, have you, do you know who is a detective? Anything do you know about a detective? Seen any detective movie? Read any detective novel? Do you know anything about a detective? Or who is a detective? Yes, class. Come on. Class 7C. Come on, people. Yes. Joshita, can you hear me?
Your voice is not coming properly.
Okay, might be better. I know because now we are in, as you can see, I'm in school. Maybe network. It will be better in a while. Okay, don't worry. Okay, tell me, who's a detective?
Mom, mom, detective
Ma'am, he
is a
solves
invex.
cases and mysteries.
Yes, solves. What? Yes, Yoshita, what are you saying? What does a detective do?
Ma'am, he solves cases and mysteries.
Okay, solves cases and mysteries, find out who committed a crime and all that. Okay, Amna, you were also saying something better?
Mom, he is an investigator.
All right, correct. He is an investigator, like detective, taken from the word detect. So he finds out something, he detects. So he finds out about crime, he investigates, and so finally, through his investigation, we lead to the conclusion that who has committed a certain crime or something unlawful. So that is what we do now in this chapter. We will this story is about a proficient detective. Proficient means detective is skilled. He's a competent, he's a very good detective, he's a competent detective, he's a skilled detective. But the way he looks like, he does not the way he looks like, it is not the looks of a detective. Okay, how do you imagine a detective looking like? Yes, like if you think, what is the image that comes to your mind, that how a detective should look like physically how he should look like? Yes, come on, class 7.
Ma'am, smart.
Okay, smart. Then
Ma'am with hat and magnifying glasses.
yes, right, with a hat on and fine glasses. Even the clothes that he wears are very chic, means they are so nice looking suit and all that. So that is how we imagine a detective to look like. But here in the story, the detective, he does not look like a detective. Okay, so this Midnight Visitor, it is written by Robert Arthur Jr., and that is from 1909 to 1969. And Robert Arthur, he wrote a number of mystery books, and he is best known for his The Mysterious Traveler radio series. So he is all about mystery, and so that is what we have in this chapter also. Okay, so who will start reading? Amna, start beta.
Yes, mom. A Sopel did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where a Sobel had a room, Fowler felt let down.
Okay.
It was a small room
Hmm. Continue.
on the sixth and top floor, and scarcely
Scarcely.
carefully
Hmm.
a setting for a figure of romantic adventure, but a Sobel in his wrinkled business suit badly in need of cleaning could hardly be called a romantic figure.
All right. So we are talking about a detective who does not look like a detective. So Ozable, now he does not fit the description of a secret agent. Now he is a secret agent, and Fowler, now he has read so much about detectives, but the description that he has read about detectives, Fowler, he does not fit into that description. And so Fowler, what he does, he follows Ozable down the musty corridor. Musty is like damp and all stuffy, like where you can even smell staleness all around. So he follows him through that musty corridor. And
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
okay, just be patient for a while, it will become better, don't worry. And you can go through the recording the voice would be okay, there will be no lagging there. Just have little patience, the connectivity will come back in a while. Okay, so Fowler, he was following Ozable, and Ozable, he was living in a gloomy French hotel. Means the hotel also was not a very nice and big, or even a 5 star or 7 star, even a 3 star. It was a very gloomy, means in a bad condition hotel. And here Ozable had a room, and Fowler, when he went to meet him, now he wanted to write about the life maybe of a detective, a secret agent, and how is a day in the life of a secret agent. So he is following him, he is with him, taking his interview and all that. And he feels let down when he sees him, because the surroundings that he is living in, now that are also not very attractive and striking. And his room, Ozable's room, it was a small room, and that was on the 6th and the topmost floor of the hotel, and scarcely a setting for a figure of romantic adventure. And his room was not a setting, means the room in which he was lived, you cannot expect any adventure to happen in that stuffy, in that simple looking room. Okay, but and Ozable, he was wearing a business suit, but which was dirty, so it was badly in need of cleaning. His suit was dirty, it was all wrinkled, and so even the way he looked, it was not what you can call a romantic figure, or an idealistic figure of a detective, or a figure which you will like or adore or appreciate. So the way he looked, he did not look like a secret agent, because you must have seen movies on secret agents. What is this, which is this famous secret agent about whom you must have seen so many movies? Yes, come on, class 7th. This,
Sherlock Holmes.
okay, Sherlock Holmes, he was a detective, but in the recent years you must have seen some movies about this very romantic character, Hollywood movies. Which is this character? 007. Who is that? With a license to kill. Who is that? Yes. Come on. Haven't you heard the name of James Bond? Class 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, that is how people imagine a secret agent to look like. But this fellow, he was far from that image, and he did not look anything like the way a detective or a secret agent should look like. Okay. Yes. Who will continue? Joshita, read the next paragraph.
He was, for one thing, fat, and then there was his accent. Though he spoke French and German passably, he had never altogether lost the New England twang he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years before.
All right. So now we get to know a little bit more about his physical appearance. So he was fat, and that is not how we imagine a secret agent to look like. He was a secret agent, and so obviously we don't imagine him to be like fat. And then his accent, there was something about accent, the way he spoke. And though he could speak average, passably means average, he could speak German, his French and German were average, but he did not lose that New England twang, that nasal tone, or the accent, the sharp nasal tone that the people who live in UK they use. So though he had come from Boston, all right, 20 years before, but still he has not lost that accent. So though he spoke French, though he spoke German, but he still had that twang about him. Okay, and that accent with which he spoke. Okay, next, who will read now? Nusra?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बेटा, read.
You are disappointed, Oswald said wheezily over his shoulder. You were told that I was a secret agent, a spy dealing in espionage and danger. You wished to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. You envisioned mysterious figures in the night, secret meetings, and clever disguises.
All right. So now Oswald, though he does not look like a detective, he does not look like a secret agent, but what we started the chapter with, that he was proficient, he was good, he was skilled at his work, and so he even understood that Fowler, he was disappointed with what he saw, so he like moved around and very casually, weaselly means very casually over his shoulder, he said like, you are disappointed, and you were basically told that I am a secret agent and I am a spy and I deal in intelligence and danger, means the life of secret agent, you can imagine how that is, and the circumstances, the conditions through which they have to go to finally get the evidences and all that. And so he says that maybe you wish to meet me because you are a writer and you are a young writer, romantic writer who wants to write about a secret agent or a detective who looks very charming and handsome and all that. And so he said that you envisioned, you maybe predicted that I looked a very like mysterious figure and like a very smart mysterious figure who moves, who goes in the night in dark, has secret meetings, and even he could disguise, like you must have seen in movies and all that, you must have read also in books and novels that they can disguise themselves, they can change the way they look so cleverly. So he's saying to him that I know you are disappointed because that is what you thought that I would look like, but I'm sorry, now maybe I'm not that what you imagined me to be. Okay, yes, continue. Who will read now? Yes, come on. Mehek? Yes, is Mehek there? No? Okay, Joshita, you only read, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man who, instead of having messages slipped into his hands by dark eyed beauties, gets only a prosaic telephone call making an appointment in his room. You have been bored.
All right. So he goes on, Oswald, he goes on and say that, you must have imagined me, predicted that you are going to meet a man who is very handsome and dashing looking, and who mysteriously goes to find out, who investigates in the night, has secret meetings, and he can disguise himself. But here, what you found is that you have to spend a dull evening in a French music hall, and that also with a sloppy fat man. Sloppy means he was unkempt, his suit was dirty, it was wrinkled, so he was not very tidy looking. So he said that now you had to spend your evening, a very dull one, in the company of a untidy man. And this man, obviously he is not getting messages in his hand by by young beautiful girls, dark eyed beautiful girls, like what he must have imagined, or what normally people see in movies. But he only got a prosaic, means he just only got a simple telephone call, with which he made an appointment in his room. And so he said that you must have been bored by all this. And thinking about that, Ozable the fat man, he chuckled to himself. So he laughed to himself, because they were on the way back to his room, because he got an appointment made with in his room. And so he was talking this throughout the way, and so he chuckled, he laughed to himself. And as he unlocked the door of his room, and he stood aside. Alright, so he stood aside so that first his guest could enter. Discomforted guest means a rather confused looking guest. So he allowed his guest to move into the room first. He opened the room and allowed him to move in first. Okay, so we have time only for this today. Whatever we have done till now, have you understood this? Is the story clear till now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow when we meet.